results of our efforts over the past years. Students at every level, elementary, middle, and high school, have seen enormous growth. In every area of academics, reading, math, and science, we have seen considerable growth with all types of students, special education, ESL, and economically disadvantaged. Every single area at every single level have demonstrated growth because our hardworking staff are making these investments that the legislators have made pay off. Our teachers are no longer leaving because the salary disparity, while still there, is far less than it has been in the past. The mental health issues we've seen plague our schools have been addressed by the counselors we've been able to employ. Our suspension rates have been cut by 50%. Our graduation rate is quickly closing in on record highs from 67% a few years ago to 85% and rising. Our students are participating in sports, arts, career, and tech ed programs like never before, and our students are getting great jobs as well as entering post-secondary schools at the highest rates of recent years. No question, this is excellent news and progress to be celebrated. But the job is not yet finished. While we have experienced some real success with recent investments, the Pottstown School District, like many others across the Commonwealth, was put in the unenviable position of having to cut staff and programming opportunities, use fund balance, and raise taxes all in the same year. These are the negative consequences of not yet living up to what the Commonwealth Court has ruled as the state's constitutional responsibility to fully implement the fair funding policy and adequacy within our schools. So, where does that leave us today? Our schools and communities need legislators to be brave and live up to their court-mandated duty by passing a budget that supports public schools and invests in our children's future. We call on both the House of Representatives and the Senate to pass cyber school reform, which will return public tax dollars to our communities. And to be very specific, the House of Representatives has already done that. Now it's up to the Senate to take up that legislation. This is an issue that has been purposefully neglected for over 2 decades. The case has been made and proven that cyber school funding laws need a major overhaul. The absolute waste of taxpayer dollars and drain of resources to our school districts is no longer tolerable and cannot be accepted. I stand with many, if not all, educational leaders in calling on our legislators in both the House and the Senate to act beyond politics and do what is right for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Now, we've all heard that cyber charter political action committees support the campaigns of local leaders at a tremendous rate, especially in the Senate, which makes it impossible to reform how we fund our cyber schools. But with hundreds of millions of dollars of taxpayer money in fund balances and empty office buildings being purchased, along with 2 decades of the worst educational results in the Commonwealth, our communities and taxpayers demand and deserve change to this antiquated system. It is no longer viable for legislators to take credit for giving us more adequate funding, knowing full well that far too much of it will slip out of our back door to cyber charter schools, accruing massive amounts of money with no results to show for it. The time for reform is now. The time to fund our schools is now. The time to pass the budget is now. And the time for me to end my comments is now. So I thank you for your attention to these important issues, and it is now my pleasure. Are you introducing the next speaker? Okay, very good. So Jeff will introduce our next speaker.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.